group stage. And then China, busy day for them. They take on Brunei in their second match of the day. Nine games in all will be played. Because in the group stages, every set, every point could count if it's even. At the end of the group phases, then you can go on to set count back. And that's why every match will be played. So we get underway with Indonesia versus China. Neither of these teams have great success in the team REGU. Indonesia, I suppose, bronze medalist last time the event was held here. But China, it will be a major upset if they get the better of Indonesia today. Men's team group stage, REGU A. In contrast to the full house last night, sparse crowd this morning, but it will build up. Malaysia and Thailand, obviously the favourites simply because of the depth of the Sepaktakraw game in those respective nations. But you never know, Indonesia might give this a go. Just looking through their squad list, there's several up-and-coming young players. China make their way through the black curtain first. The full squad will make their way out. It's a squad of 12 players. China selected only 11. And from those 12 players, you select REGU number 1, REGU number 2, REGU number 3. There are also 3 reserves selected, and those reserves can come on in any of the 3 matches. Usual rules apply. Indonesia make their way through. Time that the team event was played was here in Kuala Lumpur a couple of years ago. Team event wasn't played in Patna. Indonesia eliminated in the semi-finals by Malaysia last time out, having beaten Myanmar, having gotten through their group. As I say, that was 24 months ago. All 12 players will be introduced. For Indonesia, just to associate you with the names. Number 1 is Rizky Yusof. Number 3 is Hardiansa Mulyang, who you recognize that name. Ubaidur Rahman is a young striker. Zelki Ladada will be in the first REGU. He wears number 5. Muhammad Farrell wears number 6. Saiful Rihal, veteran striker, but fabulous striker. He wears number 7. 8 will be Kurniawan as a Tekong, again a familiar name. Number 9, Anwar Budianto, the youngster coming through. 10, Yuda Azwinatama, one of the 4 Tekongs named. Number 12, Galvina Usman is also one of the Tekongs. 13, Rifki Puji Santoso. And number 14, Rio Zulia Wanderer. So it's a combination of experienced players, the likes of Saiful Rihal, with a number of younger players. For manager Abdul Ghani and coach Andino Alim Kaba and Suko Hartono to try to negotiate their way through this group.
Coach Abdul Ghani and Andino Alim Kaba, representing China. Number 12, Zhang Han is captain for REGU.
Brunei, the other team in this group, they will meet Indonesia 3 o'clock tomorrow. China, 2 matches coming their way today. Lots of new names. Fan Su will be the key striker. He's in match number 1. The starting Tekong will be Chang Kru Hao. He's a familiar name for those who follow Takraw. Jiang Han will be the opening REGU feeder. Other names, Ma Hei we've seen already in the quadrant. Chin Hao, Wang Zimo, Lu Shuren, who's a very useful spiker. We had Jin Su and Aliang into the squad. And Coach Han Xiao and manager Han Guangcheng. Well, that's who they've got to play with. They'll be looking to take one match at least. It's best of 3 matches. Names to look out for in particular are the referee for this match, who's from Thailand, Durongrit Kamkura, and he'll be assisted by Tentike, the assistant from Myanmar. Challenge referees both from Malaysia, Amar Ashraf and Zamri Razak. Early morning start for these gentlemen and for the players. Start of a busy old day, particularly for China.
Number 1, captain. Number 4.
The other group sees Malaysia, Indonesia and Myanmar. So just 6 nations represented. Thailand not defending their title.
Number 5, Africa, Chong Lam Yun. Roger number 2, number 17, captain, Kim Junman. Number 10, Sun Woo Yong-soo.
Let's have a look at the lineup for the first of the Regus.
Number 1,
Indonesia. Galvino will be the starting Tekong, Zelki and Rizky Yusof. Jang Gru Hao's got a certain amount of experience. He and Jang Ham have an important job to do to get Fan Su involved in the green. These are the reserves for all 3 of the matches. As for China, they've only got 2 listed in reserve. Again, available to come on in any one of the 3 matches that will take place in this contest. On an adjacent court, Korea versus Singapore. As we have a look at the match officials. This is the Thai, Duongkrit. And so he just gets the players into position. And the assistant 10, TK from Myanmar. Each match is best of 3 sets, each set first to 15. If we go to 14 all, then we go to a race to 17. Abdul Ghani is the Indonesian coach. He'll be confident of getting through the group phase.
First set, China to serve.
Okay, China in the white with the red and yellow flames on the shoulders to get us underway. Jang Gru Hao, giant figure, gets us up and running. First point on the board for Jang. First point on the board against the starting Tekong for Indonesia, who is Galvina Usman. That's a really nice start. Back-to-back service winners. Group A has Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam. That's a better serve. Serve is very much on top, handling away from his body. Too hot for Jang Han to handle. After service error to start, service winner for Galvina. Let me just run you through the groups. Group A, Thailand, the defending champions, Philippines and Vietnam. Group B, Malaysia, India, Myanmar. C, South Korea, Singapore, Japan. And this group, Indonesia, China and Brunei. Well, 3 out of 3 so far for Jang. He's a tall lad, which obviously gives you an advantage, provided you've got the flexibility to get that right foot high in the air, which he does. 3 out of 3 is the perfect way to start the day for him and for China.
One, 4.
Well, it's all about the servers. Galvin Usman, 2 service winners and a service error. Jang Du Hao, 3 service winners. Let somebody else have a game, guys. It's a good serve at last, but in play, and the spiker. Ladada shows his worth. Toki Ladada. Nice little roll spike. Ahead of Fan Su on the net. Oh, it's off the net, it's allowed, so third phase. Save and set by the Tekong, and first roll spike for Fan Su. Right, this game warming up. The right leg cooling. First error for Jang.
Oh, 5.
4-5. Still the Tekongs right on top. Pushes that wide. It's gone down that side a couple of times now, has Galvina. First time it worked, he went into the body of Jang Han. This time he got too much on it. He's got every serve into play so far, Jang. And a header right at the front post by Fan Su for his second winner. And a 7-4 China lead in the first of the 3 matches of this Team REGU event. Point at a time, set at a time, match at a time. That's the way to approach it. Oh, we might have been in the Indonesia side of the court, but no appeal this early in the morning. Nice block as well. Risky it at the net. Not the tallest, Risky Ladada. First time he's had Jang. 5 service winners. Well, make that an ace as well. 4 service winners and an ace in an 8-5 lead. Galvina responds with a spike win of his own. Very much Tekong's on top. At last he has. I must confess, I thought the previous one was heading long, but that one does go long. So after 5 service winners, at last we see Zhang Ruhao is indeed mortal. And 2 points in a row for Indonesia. Brings them back into this first set. Galvina, then 3 in a row. China call a timeout. It had looked very promising for them at 3-love. Eight all. Indonesian flags in evidence. Expat community from Indonesia. Right, it's been a stellar performance so far from Zhang Ruhao. Up against a well-coordinated team, all from the same neighborhood. Oh, superb. That's 2 aces now for Zhang. Drops like a stone, such a skill. Of course the height helps, but when you're that tall, normally the flexibility isn't quite as pronounced. Osman. Chance for the roll spike, which is well delivered. Fan Su with his third roll spike success of the set. Gotta say, Zelke's a little bit unlucky. He times his leap well and it comes off him at an oblique angle. Again, tried the spin serve, well met by Risky. Now got his first spike winner. All three of the boys are from the Gorontalo town in Indonesia. Save, set. Couldn't really control it. That set from Jang Han was just asked Fan Su to come away from the net. And with that, he lost a little bit of control. Just takes those 2 steps away and he's stretching and reaching. And Indonesia, having lost 2 in a row, win 2 in a row. Nicely done, cross court. Zelke's 3rd spike winner. It's 3 in a row now for Indonesia. Good scramble. Oh, but he's into the opposition half. Here's Jang Han. Well, that came at him at a rate of knots, but he just touches the post. And therefore, immediately the point is illegitimate. Called by the Thai referee. 4 in a row now for Indonesia. That's a crucial part. Now, the pressure on Zhang Guohao, who's been with the Chinese national squad for over a decade. And that experience tells. It's been a really sound performance by him. 5 winners, 2 aces. Recognize Zhang from the Asian Games in 2018 in Jakarta. Played in the 2025 Asian Cup. And he's kept China in this first set. 12-11 though, on serve, Usman, ooh. 3rd service error from Kelvin A. Usman. Indonesia call a timeout, which makes sense. It both disrupts the preparations of Zhang Guohao. And also gives Kelvin Usman a chance just to collect his thoughts as well after that 3rd error.
Sabar-sabar ya. Pokoknya sebelum servis Anda keluar dulu, Anda senang dulu, isi otak bagus ya. Oke ya. Oke. Udah bagus, nggak ada masalah. Sambungannya cepat, antisipasi bola-bola. Oke, baru komunikasi dalam ya.
Gentle encouragement. I like that coaching from Abdul Ghani.
Otak baru masuk. Oke. Sip. Yo. Kita bertanya Indonesia ya, pelan-pelan. Kita membaca Al-Fatihah. Kemudian kelancaran menangkan pertandingan. Al-Fatihah. Oke, sip. Indonesia! Iya!
Ready.
Right, 12-all. Zhang needs to call on all of his experience. The ball toss from Fan Su, a long-time playing partner. Also important. Spin serve is good. With a chance for Zelki just to lift it over the two-man block. Fourth spike winner, important, nice timeout. Clever timeout called by Indonesia. And it was very calm from Abdul Ghani. And the team have responded. Just lifts it around the side of the double block. Zhang's done well. Roll spike long again. If he has to step a little bit away from the net, Fan Su is vulnerable just to overstretching. Set point to Indonesia against the serve of Zhang. Oh, Zhang responds with a third ace. He's been excellent, Zhang Ruhao. Well, Indonesia are going to put in a challenge, looking at the service. It'll all be about the left foot of Zhang. You've got to be touching the line with the foot on the ground when you strike the ball. That is the straightforward rule. So once the video guys have had a look and they're satisfied with the outcome, the respective managers are called over for a consultation. Challenge unsuccessful. A thumbs up on the China side, no fault. Good serve. He's been excellent. It's rock solid, actually. In some ways, there should be a penalty for a frivolous challenge, but there isn't. Still set point. Kelvin Eosman, straight down the middle. This is the chance for the equaliser. He's gone long again. Head in hands for China. 3 times Fan Su has pushed a roll spike long. What a wasted opportunity that is for China to take us to juice. It's perfectly set. It's a 1-2-3. At international level, you've got to get your hips above the top of the net, and he never really wraps his foot around. The top guys, their leap is high, the stretching's good. Fan Su, maybe not in that very, very elite level. So the first set goes to Indonesia, 15-13, having trailed by 3 at one stage. First set highlights, Indonesia in white versus the orange and white of China. Morning number 1 of the Team REGU competition. Our cameras featuring this group, which also involves Brunei. And Tekong's very much on top. Kelvin Usman with 4 service winners. Zhang Ruhao with 5 service winners and 3 aces. And so it came to a battle between the spikers, and Zelki Ladada, he produced 4 spike winners. Fan Su 3, but Fan Su, the number 1, also missed 3 very, very, at this level, gettable roll spikes.
Left serve. Ready, right. Second set. Indonesia to serve. Red in.
Second set. Well, China should be encouraged by the fact that they created moments and opportunities.
Yeah.
On an adjacent court in a different group. Singapore and Korea level at 14 each in their match. This match was equally close. Kelvin Usman on serve. Nicely done. That takes them on to 5 service winners. Well, Jang Hao looks calm. Nice, lovely, clean roll spike by Zelki. Well, Indonesia, having taken that first game, looking pretty confident in the early stage of this second game. Well read, lazy little lift from Kelvin Usman. Nice and relaxed. Satu, dua, tiga. Roll spike. Lovely. And Zhang deals with the problem. Well, Fan Su thinks if only I'd done that at the end of the first set. That's his fourth spike winner, but the 3 costly errors, 2 of them difficult, but 1 right at the end. Was very similar to this. Middle of the court, half a step away, roll spike. Fan Su certainly has the ability to do that. He didn't do it at the end of the first set. Serve goes slightly long. Now they're going to challenge this. It is close enough to challenge. That decision came from Jang Hao at the opposite end of the court, so maybe he just feels it in his bones. It was very close. To the naked lie, it looked out. And to the television eye, it looked out as well. And out it was.
Indonesia.
Again, when he has to step away from the net, that's where Fan Su really has a problem. If he's able to jump up vertically, he's fine. As soon as he has to step away from the net, he seems to lose his bearings and his balance. So many crises for China. Zhang is the man you want in that crisis for exactly that reason. it's gone out.
Point
The
China.
crisis of 1-4 is slightly averted. When it's a fourth service error, this match very much dominated by the Tekongs. The spikers have their involvement. I think with Chang Ru Hao, I suspect at some stage fatigue will kick in with him. Zhang Han is fuming with himself. He read that, saw it onto his right foot. Well, he's not happy with himself. And China, as a result, call a timeout. Again, we're seeing in this morning game things that China will have practiced time and time and time again. It's not happening. Goes down as a service winner for Kelvin Usman.
起来看天花板有点飘，脚一出去没感觉。
不管有没有感觉，起来就是往死搂他了啊。然后发球，现在可以随意去冲了啊。往里掖啊，跟住他，不用，知道吧？如果他来双人拦，你站那侧面剪掉啊。
Ready.
They faced the mini crisis at 1-4. There's another one here at 3-6. You want in this crisis if you're China, Zhang Guihao, he's their #1 Tekong. He's behaved like it so far today. Can he rise to this little problem? Risky sets it up. Nice delivery by Zelki Ladada. Seen as a whistle, straight down the line, 6th spike winner. Nice set, nice reach as well. Having criticised Fan Su, got to give a thumbs up for the stretch that he had there. That's exactly been his weak point when he's had to stretch away. At least this time he's coming along the net. And does well to bang it into the body of Zelki. Save and set. And Zelki couldn't kill. And redemption time for Fan Su. 2 in a row. Well done, Zhang Han, with the setup. And his confidence obviously boosted by the previous shot, the setup from Zhang. Well, it's a different China team all of a sudden. The two misfiring parts, Fan Su and Zhang Han, are suddenly firing. And we have a 1-point game.
Six, 7. Indonesia.
But with the other two parts now firing, the one part that had been going perfectly well, Zhang Guhao starts the misfire. Sport is never straightforward, is it? They trailed 1-4, pulled it back to 3-4, trailed 3-6, pulled it back, trailing 6-8. Osman, good serve, nicely done. 7th service winner for Kelvin A. Osman. In this triumvirate. Gold medal at the Cambodia SEA Games in 2023. Bronze at the 2025 SEA Games for Jelki Ladada.
6, 9.
Talo will be very proud of these lads. That's gone long. Third crisis of the set. And this time, we're getting closer to the finishing line. And ominously for China, their second REGU are walking out. It's an indication that the players might think that this is close to being over. Usman, straight down the middle, confident from Usman. 2 service winners in a row. Mob of about 15 Indonesian fans, very happy with their country's progress so far in this first match of 3. Spin serve. Roll spike of authority by Zelki Ladada. They can see the finishing line, and for the first time there's a look of resignation, I think, on the Chinese trio. Nice clean hitting from Zelki. Right though, we're back in play. Fan Su. It's not the best set from Zhang Han, and Zelki can't kill. Fan Su can. The second time of asking. Well played, China. That takes Fan Su on to 8 spike winners, 5 in this set. Just looking on the Indonesian women in that group having a fine old time. Choreographed dancing. Flag waving. A lot of fun going on there. But their team have still got a job to do. They're still 3 points away from securing the first win of 3 required. Somebody's doing a roaring trade with flags around this event. 7-12. Save. Nice, cool set. Oh, lovely little flick of the toe. And Zelki edges Indonesia just a little bit closer. Good serve. Well met by Jang. Oh, that's terrific. Jang Han responded, and Fan Su, he's come in with a good overhead, delaying the party just for a little while. Indonesia decide to call a timeout. They called a very judicious timeout in the first set. And Coach Abdul Ghani was very calm. Let's get in amongst the Garantalo boys.
Kalau dia ada yang belok, cobain dulu nih. Itu kosong yang di sebelah kanan. Kamu lihat posisinya yang tukang umpannya, dia tuh ada di belakang sini, di sayap kiri. Di sini kosong, di belakang kanan. Kalau kamu kelas ini, itu kosong di situ. Ya, tadi dia nungguin di situ. Masalah, nggak masalah. Ya, servis sudah oke, umpan sudah oke, smash sudah oke. Ya, jangan dipandang enteng. Ya, dan selalu dijaga suhu badan karena ini ruangannya agak dingin. Ya, jangan sampai lambat reaksi ya. Ya, kerjasamanya selalu dijaga. Ya, suaranya selalu dijaga. Ya, oke, sip, yo. Oke, siap ya. Good.
Sulawesi and Indonesia hope that you can produce the goods in the next couple of minutes. It's a 13-8 lead for Indonesia. To their credit, haven't given this one up. Service error. Went for real pace and power, Jang Ruhao. 6 service errors. 4 of which have come in this second set, as he's tired a little bit. But it sets up a match point in match number 1 of 3 in the men's team REGU for Indonesia. Usman. Nicely done by Kelvin Usman. Nice way to end. It's a 9th service winner. And Indonesia take this first game. To the 3, take this first match, I should say. 15-8 in the second. Good way to end. Sound performance. 15-13, pretty tight in the first, 15-8 in the second. It's match number 1 out of the 3. Indonesia would think that they are favourites to go through from this group. China, plenty for them to be encouraged about. And that trio all based in Sulawesi. I've got Indonesia off to a very nice start on this first morning of the team trophy. Live in the same town. I can see that coordination. There's an understanding. There's not much communication verbally. It's all in the eyes. And it ends with Ilbine Osman with 9 service winners overall. And once we get into the final flurry, lovely clean roll spikes coming in from Zelke Ladada. China, for their part, fine effort from them. Chengru Hao, I think, tired after a stellar first set in which he had 5 service winners and 3 aces, just 1 service winner. Afterwards, you saw that little knot of Indonesian fans who were noisy. 10 service winners to 5. China with the 3 aces. 9 spike winners to 8, but the errors from China, 11 errors, and they came at significant times, particularly the spiking of Fan Su when he was stretched, and Zhang Han without the opportunity. Okay, so there's the first match, and we instantly move on to the second match into REGU B, with Indonesia holding a 1-0 lead. Again, China with the orange shoulders to their white uniform. Indonesia fit and ready with the familiar figure of Saiful Rihal on the left-hand side of that shot. Dynamic striker. Has been for a number of years, Saiful Rihal. Love watching him, particularly when he goes up against the best. Spiky character in the best possible way. Referee for this one from Vietnam, Yundo Kang. Ghazali Marali is the assistant referee. Challenge referees, always keep an eye on them, Abdul Rahman Ramli and Zamri Razak. But, should any challenges be made, the teams are allowed 2 challenges each. Love watching Saiful Rihal over the years. Ardianta Mulyang will be the feeder. Aswinatama, my first look at Aswinatama. They've never really been able to produce a top draw Tekong Indonesia for some reason. But Yusha will, I'm sure, prove me wrong. On the bench should they require, on all 3 games. Kurniawan, the youngster Rifchi, and Mohammad Fakhrul. Abdul Ghani is a cool, calm, calculating coach. I liked his work in the first set, and that's for China. I want Once again, they've brought a squad of 11 here, not the 12 that they're allowed, so that means they've only got 2 people in reserve. Their team is Chin Hao, Jin Soo, and the captain, Ah Liang. Do Kong in the referee's chair. We have 2 linesmen on the court and the assistant referee ready to help him out. Ghazali Morali. Nice front. See the Indonesia flags waving in the background. It's not the biggest audience on this morning, but it's a noisy audience. And they've seen Indonesia pick up the first match. All 3 matches will be played. Even if Indonesia win this one, you play all 3 in the group stages of the team REGU. Because if it comes down to teams level on points, you then go to set difference, matches won, set difference, and then possibly points difference if it really is that close. Winatama gets us underway with a nice elevation, and the first spike goes out. Again, coming away, if you're not playing regular Sepaktakraw, you might be practice the vertical takeoff, but it's when you're coming away from the net, everything has to change. Calculations, the height, the elevation, and you'll follow through. Everything changes, and that's the problem on that particular effort from Jin Soo. Chin Hao, first involvement. Oof, it's a good first involvement. An even better one from Saiful. Tiny figure, but gets up so high. Look how high his hips are. They're up above the top of the net. By the time he makes his rotation, doesn't really follow through, but nicely done. 2-0, good start to the second REGU for Indonesia. Again, it's a nice set. And once again, problems for Jin Soo. If you're coming away from the net, it's so difficult. 1, 2 steps away. Saiful. Wow. He is lethal. 2 attempts, 2 spike winners. 4 early points on the board for Indonesia. Spin serve, right then. Let's see if Jin Soo can get this right. The answer's no. The set from Ah Liang wasn't right. And it's 5 in a row, early doors for this second REGU in Indonesia. When do we get this first point? The set once again from Ah Liang. Just a little bit too high, and 3 spike winners in a row from Saiful. Once again, he just caresses it over the top of the tape. Left foot planted. Well, his serves have been good, Jin Soo. And at last he gets the reward. And at last China are on the board. Indonesia challenging the serves of Chin Hao. Respective managers summoned. It was an Indonesia challenge. Televisively, we're not allowed to show until after the judgment has come in. Just to explain, the challenge coming from Indonesia. And it is indeed a fault. Well, even when they score the points, they don't score the points. Left foot. It's in the air at the point of contact. Now the reprieve comes on the next point. Service error from Jinsu, followed by the service error from Aswintara. Well, now they've broken the duck on their own point. Nice little spin serve, a little bit high in the court. You know, Aswintara maybe doesn't need to be that far back. See now, Satu Dua, Tiga, the roll spike. It's amazing what a point does for the confidence of a team. Aliang with a nice set. Jinsao with the block tackle. And Jinsu with his first spike winner. Nice and clean as well after a couple of errors from Jinsu. Let's just get this into perspective, says Saiful Rihal. Four attempts, 4 different spike winners on each occasion. On the first time he's gone for full power. He's cushioned it with the toe of his shoe. He's used an instep. He's used an outstep and then a fierce serve coming in from Yuda. Oh, that's counts as a service winner, but it's as good as an ace. Nice cool set and Saiful! He's so quick. Look how he gets into place and then up in the air and down. Beautiful landing. Perfectly balanced, like a cat, Saiful Rihal. He's in his 30s now. It shouldn't be that easy for somebody in their 30s to be that light. Core strength, phenomenal. 9-3. Took their time to warm up, did China. They trailed love 6. They've gone point for point since then. Good commanding start to this set. picked up Saiful. I'm glad to say that he's delivered absolutely. Another good serve, as well collected. Nice clean roll spike coming from Jinsu. It's his second. First service error, well, actually, no, it's the second, isn't it, from Chin Hao. He had the foot fault earlier on. Second error from Yuda. Inroads pretty quickly, China, if they are to get back into this set, but instead Saiful. Job done. 6 spike winners. He makes it look so easy. It really isn't easy. He has a double block coming on him here, and they're 2 tall lads, and he just lifts it over the top of the tallest of them. Jinsu. Well, he did well to adjust. Not the easiest of chances for Jinsu. Look how he has to stretch. Actually, it's not Jinsu, it's Ai Liang. Got his own self set wrong and then says, okay, I can do the spiking as well. It's not textbook, but it's effective. Save, set, Saiful. Oh, the block. Once my hero, Saiful, is denied by Jinsu. Nice work at the base of the back. Saiful going for power when maybe that one just needed a little lift over the top. Well, they were trailing by 6, now it's down to 3. Timeout called. First set in this second Regu. Indonesia won the first in straight games. this one up.
Lên.
12-8.
Theo. Ê.
Service with Yoda. Ooh, difficult. Closing in on this first set again, particularly the girls behind the Indonesia team, getting very excited with the ability of their team. Good serve coming in from Yoda. Second service winner from him. As Liang chased deep into the boards. Nice pick-up, roll spike from Scheifel, comes cross-court, makes the block that much difficult, and sets up set point. 7 spike winners for Scheifel Rihal. Another lovely, calm assist from Hardiansa. Hardly mentioned Hardiansa. We rarely do, because the feeders do such an underrated job. They're the oil in the engine of a tackle team. Well, the points are being called before that. I think there was a touch. Oh no, it's a service error outside the circle. It's being called against Yuda. So third service error. Remains set point at 9-14. Chin Hao pushes it long. 15-9 in the first game. Well, they're the fans I'm talking about. They get very, very excited. Quite right. The team are playing well.
Lại, tung, đi.
And they've made it look pretty relaxed. Good combination. Hardiansa, experienced campaigner. Could end up with a couple of spike winners. Spike winner for Liang as well. Number 11, the feeder. He enjoyed that. Sixth edition of the TM ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup. China up against a relatively experienced team. Scheifel Rihal, remember him famously at the Jakarta Asian Games in 2018. Gold medal in the men's team REGU for Indonesia. So a champion in the 2022 and 2023 SEA Games. Proud East Javan. Another from Sulawesi is Hardiansa Mulyang. Those two play together a lot. The new member is Yuda. There's Scheifel. That's an excellent serve coming in from Jinsu. Sorry, Chin Hao. Remarkably, it's only his second service winner. Challenges coming from Indonesia. Off the serve. Translation required for this particular one. It's gone the way of China, no fault. Indonesia once again calling for the foot movement from Chin Hao. Look at the left foot. It's been called once at the point of contact. Ooh, it's close. But at the point of contact, there is some rubber on the floor. 1-0 China. No problems with that one. Lovely ace from Yuda Swinatama. It's his first ace, 22 service winners. Service errors against Chin Hao. Underrated skill is the ball toss. Focus is on Yuda. He's on the tech-on, but the ball toss has got to put the ball in the right place. Oh, nicely done. Got in above Saiful Rihal. A little side spike coming in from Jin Soo. He's played his part. Two each, second set. Indonesia, one match to the good, one set to the good. And with Saiful Rihal, 1 point to the good. Takes them on to 8 spike winners. Spin serve. Well, a little bit of a curveball coming in there, but it was well dealt with. Eye on the ball the whole time there from Chin Hao. That was a potentially very difficult one. Stays up in the air a long time. He waits and waits. Liang sets up Jin Soo. 4th spike winner for Jin Soo. Well, China, after a nervy start, they were 6-love down before they got into this game. They've improved. It's been level pegging effectively since then. Save, set, Saiful. Well, that one went absolutely over his right shoulder. Saiful fans in abundance. See that, he just delays. Instead of going cross-court, which Jin Soo and I expected, he goes down the line. Four apiece. Crowd getting involved as well. Trying to put off Chin Howard, didn't work. Saiful, a mistake from Saiful Rihal. Mark down this date. 20th of May, 2026. My hero, the wonderful Saiful Rihal, puts a ball wide that he might have put in court. Back-to-back errors from Saiful Rihal. The world is coming to an end. Good scramble. And that potentially is another spike winner for Liang. He's very capable. Just trying to ease it back into play. Liang enjoys that, and China enjoying the luxury of a 2-point lead. Saiful, this time through the double block. No smiles, just business as usual. Takes him into double digits in terms of finishing. Goes around the outside again. The hips high is the key. The hips level or above the top of the tape. And then swivel through that axis.
5, 6.
Core, hip and glute strength. Serve. Parity restored by a combination of Yuda's good serving. Third service winner to add to an ace. Now, not thrilled with his reception. Again, he's done that hundreds of times successfully, not on this occasion. Points in a row for Indonesia. They expect to make it out of this group. Of course, the top two, Brunei, the other opponents who are difficult opponents. Off the top of the tape, well controlled by Jin Soo. The touch on the net by Jin Soo. Now they're asking for a challenge. Or a timeout. Actually, the timeout is what Liang is asking for. Lost 4 points in a row there. It's the coaching staff who asked for the timeouts. That definitely was Liang. 6-8. They need to get on level terms. They've lost 4 points in a row, and Scheifel makes it 5 in Scheifel style. Nice little set once again from Herdiansa. He knows the Scheifel game so well. They may be from different parts of Indonesia, but their understanding has been honed over the best part of a decade playing together. Good recovery. Well played, Jinsu, initially, but well, once again, when you're stretching, when you're not going up vertically, see, he has to step forward 1, 2 steps, and there everything is off kilter. He goes backwards, and then he has to readjust, and then everything, the balance is a problem. So that's 6 points in a row for Indonesia, from 4-6 to 10-6. Mini crisis for China. Spin serve. Herdiansa to Scheifel Rihal. We know what happens then. Impossible. A little deflection off the top, and that's now 8 points in a row. Impossible for Chin Hao to really cope with that. China, well, they challenge the service. There is a lot of movement on the foot of Yuda Aswinatama. No fault once again. He does move. Again, the agreement is that we will wait until after the decision. There's a step and a hop, but he's on the line, on the floor. 12-6, China's appeal unsuccessful. And Herdiansa save set. How many thousands of times has that combination happened? Save, set, spike, save, set, spike. Herdiansa makes it look so easy, hoisted high up into the rafters. 12-meter clearance in these the Titiwangsa Stadium. Not tall enough for volleyball, incidentally, as I was discovering. Just in need of a bit of a treatment is Chin Hao. It's incredibly stressful on the body, Sepaktakraw. So many unnatural movements, particularly the tekongs. The pressure on the left knee as you follow through from those serves. Particularly for the taller men. 13-6, 2 points away from a tie winning lead, but the third match will be played no matter what. Saiful carefully measures. That's clipped the line. Indeed it has, it's a service ace. Clipped the tape, hit the line. That's the perfect combination. As far as Yuda Swinatara is, this again will be a challenge. To challenge for the net and for the line. Close enough to challenge. The video umpires having a close look at this. There are specific cameras down the sidelines, away from the broadcast cameras. That's what they're examining onto that specific feed. And the managers, once they're happy, will be summoned. It's China who have challenged. Is it in or is it out? And it is being called in on the line. That sets up match point for a 2-0 lead off the tape. That one's a little bit inconclusive. That angle makes it look out. But the challenge has been lost. And Indonesia Chin Hao to save the match. Saiful save set. Oh, and can't complete the spike. I think that's a block. Nicely done by Jinsu. Second successful block for Jinsu. Well, Indonesia decide it's their turn to challenge. It was Jinsu's right leg just trailing over. You can see in the background the players for the third REGU are prepared and ready to come on. Photo evidence and a thumb up, and it will indeed be over the net, and so the point and the match will go to Saiful, and it will go to Indonesia. The save, the set, and indeed a successful spike. That foot just trailing over. (15-9, 15-6), and the noisy Indonesian support can enjoy that one. It's, both matches have been won, but as I say, the third match will be played. But 15-9, 15-6, convincing. Again, enough for the Chinese team to go away from this competition thinking that they've got a chance of beating Brunei and still making it to the quarterfinals and causing a problem by going deeper into the tournament. But for this combination, hard answer. An illegal block. And so victory for Indonesia. 2 service aces to naught, 4 service winners to naught, 13 spike winners. That was 1 out. Saiful already helped. I didn't include the last one, did I? 13 spike winners to 7. There were 2 blocks on the other side of the net, but 11 errors from China. Reduced the errors, and they could be competitive. Indonesia taking this one 15-9, 15-6 for a tie-winning 2-love lead. But 1 more match to go, and it will be played. Officials being introduced. People to look out for. The referee is Ten TK from Myanmar. Jerongkrit Kamkora from Thailand, the assistant referee. Challenge referees again, both from Malaysia, Amar Ashraf and Abdul Rahman Ramli. Nothing controversial so far today. Early stages. It's day 1 of the Team REGU event. Our focus on the group with Indonesia and China and Brunei later on. China have got off to a losing start here, but every game is important. Once again, they have a giant figure, Tekong. Here are the starting 3s. Mahe, we've seen, is a very useful Tekong. Big right-footed. Wang Zepeng and Lu Shuren. We've seen them in the quadrant earlier on this year. Rio Zulia is the starting Tekong. The striker will be Ubaidur Rahman. This is a young group of Indonesians, this 3rd group. Interested to see what they can do. No pressure on them as far as the tie goes. Right, the number 4 is Ubaidur Rahman as we have a look at Tintike. Resplendent in ISTAF uniforms, including red tie. Jerongkrit with his Rowan Atkinson impression.
That's it. Indonesia, China. On my right. China.
Giant figure of Mahe.
Indonesia. In player.
It'll be Mahe, I believe, who gets us underway, the number 7.
Enemy. Assistant. Referee. Officer referee. First set. China. Set. Left.
These 3 of the 4 who played in the quadrant for China. Mahe starts with a spin serve. Mahe is there, literally head and shoulders over the top there of Ubaidur Rahman.
Ready. Left. One. Point.
Service error from Obadiah. Sorry, from Rio Zulia.
2. Left. And point.
Well, it's a fast start for China. Mahe with a service winner, to follow his headed winner.
Ready. Net. 3. Point. China.
Not the most impressive start from Rio Zulia. Good start, China.
Ready. 4.
Need depth in your squads if you're to do well in the team championships. Hey, once again, wow, really to the pitch of things early on.
Ready. Left. Point.
Well, headers very much in vogue in the early stages. Ubaidur gets his first points on the board. That'll make him feel a lot better.
Ready. 5. 1.
Oh, he's difficult.
China.
Terrific start. 3 winners out of 4 serves. Top of the tape. Ubaidur, very difficult to deal with that. Belatedly getting into the contest. Rio, after a couple of errors, now has a service winner to his name.
Ready. 6. 2.
Nice.
Point. Indonesia.
Suddenly Ubaidur gets involved. All it needs is one spike, and you see the confidence flooding through the youngster.
Ready. 3. 6.
That's gone out from Rio. 3 service errors. One you think is okay, but if you're giving nearly 50% of the points away to your opponents, it's not a good thing. Indonesia, understandably, calling a timeout before the damage gets too significant.
Anda teriak, ya. Anda gerak-gerak, ya. Seperti biasa aja, ya. No, seperti kemarin aja, ya. Asal dikembalikan dengan pola yang kemarin aman, ya. Rileks, teriakannya, suaranya, ya. Jangan beban sendiri, ya. happy aja, senang, gembira, ya seperti kemarin aja ya. Kalau Anda mengeluarkan kemarin aman. Sabar, tenang. Sebelum menyerang, tenang dulu, relax dulu, isi dulu otakmu baru masuk ya. Anda yang mengatur strategi bertiga itu, ya, ikutin kata hati ya. Oke, ya. Indonesia.
Abdul Rahman from Jepara in Central Java, recently brought into the team, part of the Jawa Tengah team. It does so well on the Indonesia Sepaktakraw circuits. There's a teammate there with Anwar Budianto.
7-3.
Right, the timeouts so often can work in your favour. You've taken the wind out of the sails of the opposition, and Mahe, having been pretty much faultless prior to this, then serves his first service error.
Seven.
4-7. Real Zulia. That's a good serve.
Indonesia.
Gotta say, Abdul Ghani's use of the timeouts has been very successful in all three of these matches. He's called them at judicious times, and the instant impact on every occasion he's called a timeout has been significantly good. Spin serve. Ubaidur, little touch over, and that's 3 points in a row since the timeout. Ubaidur, you really do rate this kid.
Ready. 6-7.
6-7. Shuren rises high. Oh, but too high and over the net. So that's 4 in a row since the timeout, though that one is thanks to Lushuren just being a little bit too eager. The set makes it difficult when he touches over. Yeah, it's on the Indonesia side of the net. Good call. And that swings wide. Well, what a swing in the form of this first set.
Ready. 8-7.
Boom. Ubaidur in the groove. Again, nice and relaxed. Looks so timeless in the air, even though he's tight, but his hips once again above the net. That's the crucial line that you're looking for. Timeout has been called by China, but that's on the back of 6 points in a row against them. They led 7-3.
They are in. Ready. Seven, nine.
Seven in a row, beats the double block.
Indonesia.
Wow, I do like the look of this young boy. Abdul Rahman. Brought into the training camp with Indonesia. And this is the importance of the strength in depth. You look at this Indonesia squad and there is strength in all three regus.
10, 7.
Shurem staggers into the net. And this has got away from China in spectacular fashion. They're looking a little bit bemused, looking to their coach for a little bit of help. Very awkward for Lu Shurem. He's a roll spiker, so that's completely unnatural to try and send back spike.
Ready? 7, 11.
Save set and the versatility of Hubaidu. It's a real contrast. He's clearly a potential world-class talent.
China, certification. 7 out, 8 in. 1 certification.
Change for China. And interestingly, it's Ma He who goes out. The players who haven't struggled so far, Ma He is the one who's been most impressive. But he goes out, and maybe with this set lost, they'll just give a little bit of experience to reserve Taekong Wang Zimo.
7.
Wang can't cope with another Rio Zulia serve straight down the middle.
Ready. 7, 30. And ready. Up. White, Indonesia. Ready. 8 point.
Game point Indonesia.
7.
Well, from 3-7 down, this is spectacular. Wow, 12 points in a row. Think the opposition, make the opposition think they have a chance and then demolish them. Bang, 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 bang. 12 in a row, ends up with Rio Zulia's third service winner.
Stand behind. First Indonesia win 57. 2 minutes rest.
Set 1, and China got off to a half-decent start here. The giant figure of Ma He dominating in early procedures. A couple of service winners and a service ace as well. All smiles. 7-3 it was, and then there was a timeout once again. Superbly timed, and it made a big difference. Abdul Rahman suddenly got into his mode. Risharem, even when he got to the net, found it very, very difficult. He was penalised for going over the net on one occasion, and then the service from Rio Zulia began to work as well. It all became a little bit too much. Abdul Rahman is widely talked about in Indonesia as a potential star in the making, the number 4. And he proved exactly why that talk is there. Indonesia scoring 12 unanswered points to take the first set by 14-7. They've already won the tie. They've already scored the 2 points available for the victory. China have got a busy day ahead of them. They play Brunei later on tonight in the last match, so obviously the guys will go home and back to the hotel, get some rest, get some food. In the first two matches of this team event, they were competitive. In this match, it looked like they were going to be competitive. Wang Jimo is on as a reserve Tekong. Let's see if China can build anything in the second stanza.
Second set. Let all. Point. China.
Zulia gets things underway with an error. He had 3 in the first set.
1, 9. Point. Indonesia.
Wang looked anything but convincing with his first time at the Tekong circle.
Ready. 1, 0.
Lu Shuren does well. Really had to reach for that one. Going back to the circle. That full stretch was able just to drop this one short. Nicely done. Gets the hips up high.
2, 1.
Well, we're into the second set, but that's his first spike winner, Lu Shuren. It'll make him feel better.
Point. Indonesia.
Wangzi not receiving the best of balls in. It's not always just about the Tekong.
7 out. 8 out. 7.
Well, a short-term experiment failed, and Mahe is straight back in.
Ready. 2, 0.
Mahe immediately involved, but the set
Point. Indonesia.
not the best, and a simple header from Ubaidur. His first spike winner of this counts as a spike winner. Nice little header.
Ready. 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, perfect.
Point.
Rio to Anwar to Ubaidur, perfect. Anwar and Ubaidur, 2 emerging talents. And this is very encouraging for Indonesia.
Ready. 4, 2. Out.
Towards Mead, yeah, it's called out. I'd like to keep these errors out of his repertoire, Rio Zulia. That's 5, second in this set. Nice reception from Rio, and nicely converted by Ubaidur. Well, I like Saiful Rihal. Beginning to like this kid as well. Nice and unrelaxed. Sorry, nice and relaxed.
Ready. 5, 3.
Nicely set up, Lu Shuren. Nicely done. Well, once he's got one under his belt, Lu Shuren is looking a little bit more confident at the net. Happy to take on Ubaidur.
4, 5. Indonesia. Ready. Sit. Hold.
Nice technique on the spin serve, but it's well read by Lu Shuren and deposited by Lu Shuren.
Ready. 5, 6.
Rahman. Yes. So quick. He is a Saiful Rihal clone. Similar build, light, so quick to get into position and whips through on that roll spike.
Ready.
Nice high center of gravity, lovely 3-point landing.
7, 5.
9 points already to him.
1.
Indonesia edging forward in this third match of 3. They're making pretty quick work of it.
Ready. 5, 8.
Oh, just keep it alive, give yourself a chance. And the mistake came from the other side of the net. Now 5th phase of play. Not kept in play. Well done, China. Both teams keen to keep that alive.
Division. 9 all playing in. One division.
Anwar Budianto off and Rifchi Pui. Chance to get a bit of court time.
Ready. 8, 6. Point. Indonesia.
There's another from the Jawa Tengah team is Rifchi. Challenge against the service. was called a fault. Good challenge for China. Just outside the circle. Tight one, but the fault has been called. China, boosted by that, have Mahe back in business. Well, he's had a couple of service winners in the first set. Well, that's a lovely, clean ace. Shuren is blocked. Second chance for Lu coming. Oh, it's not the best set. Rifchi sets it up. And the block is good. Well, little and large, Mahe and Lu Shuren do a good job. China have turned this one round, 3 points in a row. Rifchi, nice and relaxed, straight in. Not the best of sets, but made into a good set by Ubaido. Double digits now for Ubaido.
Ready.
Followed by a good serve from Rio Zulia. He's not quite got the consistency maybe yet. That just comes with playing on these big occasions. Well, once again, they're going to say there was a movement on the left foot. No fault this time. And the video evidence will be coming before your very eyes. There is a step, but he's back on the floor by the time of the point of contact. And touching the white circle. 10-9 Indonesia. Oh, Lu Shuren wasn't far away from getting in the way of Ubaido. China call a timeout. Well, once again, they've been in this game, they got themselves in front. But Indonesia, confident in their ability. They're a good 3 regus. It's a good squad Indonesia put together. Okay, China have played their last card. They need to get back into this game instantaneously. They've called the timeout just ahead of the Indonesia serve. Indonesia leading by 11-9 in this, the third of the 3 matches.
11-9.
Lushuren, well, it's a good header, but it's a chance. But a gentle little toe into the back of the block from Ubadai. Again, very good awareness.
Ready. 9, 12.
Mahe pushes it wide. Trying to put too much into that. It's a third service error from the right foot of Mahe.
Ready. 39.
Spin serve. Sensational. Match point. Rio Zulia, he's shown on occasion some sublime skill. That one drops like a stone on the other side of the net. Ooh, again, there's a hint of a movement. Something Rio's going to have to work on, but it's match point. Mahe into the net, and Indonesia make it a comfortable 3-0 victory. Nice early morning workout for Indonesia. One win effectively guarantees you a place into the next round. Indonesia beating China in this REGU 15-7, 15-9. In the earlier matches, they'd won 15-13, 15-8, and 15-9, 15-6. So 6 out of 6 teams make their way to the line. China certainly didn't disgrace themselves, but consistency is the key as the respective REGUs, 12 and 11 players and the management team, march their way through. Good to see emerging talents in the REGU from Indonesia, as well as the old favourite Saiful right at the very back. Saiful and Herdiansa, they are the fulcrum of this team, but the next generation are coming through. And the vibrant local league scene in Indonesia augurs well. As for China, valiant effort. Into the match, Lushuren took until the second set before he was able to score his 3 spike winners. By this time, Ubadai was on to double digits, moved smoothly into place, nice relaxed roll spikes. A good understanding with Anwar as well, until Anwar was replaced by Rifchi later on. Rifchi, as that suggests, not quite on the same wavelength, but that only comes as you play more and more. Rifchi that time with the set, and the match goes to Indonesia. The spin serving of Rio Zulia amongst 3 service winners that he had, and ends with a Mahe error into the net. So convincing and comfortable. As far as Indonesia are concerned, they win their 3rd REGU by 2-0. 8 service winners to 3, 14 spike winners to 5, and very few errors, just 6 in 2 sets is very, very good. So Indonesia 2, China 0, 15-7, 15-9. Standings in this particular group, Brunei are the other team. China take on Brunei later on tonight at 9:30. That's on the televised court. But Indonesia, with that one win, just about through, particularly with a plus 38 points difference. £3 will be the next contest, Malaysia versus India. That's in a Group B match. Then we return to Group D on the televised court. On an adjacent court, Korea beat Singapore. And there are 4 groups ongoing, the top 2 from each group making it to the next stage. Coming up next at 3 o'clock local time, that's in about 3.5 hours time, Malaysia versus India. But for now, we'll see you from Kuala Lumpur.